In the early morning of May 18, 2010, 110 World War II veterans from around Wyoming gathered in Cheyenne for Honor Flight Wyoming, a trip to the National World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. The Honor Flight's mission is to thank World War II veterans for their courage, service, and sacrifice by sending them to visit and reflect at their memorial. It was a trip the war heroes had waited more than 64 years to take, and for many of them it was an opportunity to share stories they may not have even told their families and get long-awaited closure. Their trip began with a heartfelt send-off in Cheyenne, including an honor guard and remarks by Cheyenne Mayor Rick Kaysen and Governor Dave Friedenthal.
But how very thankful I am that you were there all those decades ago to make sure that people like me could grow up in a country that gives us a chance to do and to be whatever our abilities and our energies allow us to do.
Thank you for giving up the lives that you knew back in the 1940s so that my generation and hundreds of millions of people across this world could follow, and they would have the opportunity to live their dreams and realize their dreams. And without the sacrifices that you provided back in the 1940s, that would not have been reality.
Their departure from Cheyenne Regional Airport included a water cannon salute. On the flight to Washington, the veterans were treated to a surprise from the past. Mail call was announced, and the veterans received letters from friends and family collected by Honor Flight staff for this occasion. The messages brought smiles, laughter, and a few tears.
Dear Bud, we are so proud of you and your service to defend our country. Thanks to you and others who have the same dedication, we are able to fly our American flag all over our country.
Members of the military and the public gave the Wyoming veterans a hero's welcome at Washington's Dulles International Airport.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Welcome. Good to have you guys. Hey, welcome.
At a banquet that evening, the veterans had a chance to catch up with old friends, swap stories, and share their experiences with their guardians. The keynote speaker for the evening was Vice Admiral Albert J. Herberger, former administrator of the Merchant Marine. The following morning, they were transported by bus to the memorial that honors the spirit, sacrifice, and commitment of the more than 16 million American men and women who served in the armed forces during the war that was the defining event of the 20th century. The memorial includes 56 pillars, one for each state and territory represented in the armed services during the war. Two 23-foot arches represent the Atlantic and Pacific theaters of the war. The Wyoming veterans were greeted at the memorial by school children. and they witnessed the wreath-laying and flag ceremony there for the Wyoming soldiers killed in the war. The memorial's Freedom Wall holds 4,048 gold stars, symbolizing the cost of freedom. Each star honors 100 American soldiers killed in the war. Wyoming Senators John Barrasso and Mike Enzi and Representative Cynthia Lummis were on hand to share the day with the veterans. The Wyoming men and women who helped save the world then got a couple of hours to explore the memorial and their own memories of an event that changed all of our lives. For the veterans, it was a chance to see the memorial with other veterans and share war stories with others who were there. For the Guardians, it was a chance to listen and talk to heroes for a day. The women among the veterans had the opportunity to visit the Women in Military Service Memorial. The trip then took the veterans to the Lincoln Memorial, the Vietnam and Korean War Memorials, the Navy Memorial, and the Marine Corps Memorial. At the end of a long, emotional day, the Wyoming veterans returned to Cheyenne to the hero's welcome they didn't get when they came back from the war more than 60 years ago. The whirlwind 40-hour trip was a small but appreciated thank you to the heroes who preserved the freedom we enjoy today.